everyone, it's Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC News, and it is that time again. Fight night is just weeks away right now as we're doing this interview. Going down April 27th, that's a Friday at Sugar Creek Casino. This here is Dane Espinosa. He's no stranger to the cage. He's fought for Rage in the Cage twice now. Both times, I was just telling him, I think that I was just so impressed with your performance. I remember thinking that you're just a machine, and now you're 2-0, and you are fighting for your first title belt for Rage in the Cage. So how does that feel?
Yes, I'm excited about it, and my game plan is always the same. I'm going to go out there and dominate with position, land heavy shots until they don't want to be out there anymore, and go for that TKO like I have in my last two fights.
And you said it really well there. You dominated your first two fights, first round TKO victories. Title fight, you're going against what I'm guessing might be your toughest competitor in the cage thus far, a guy from Texas who I believe is 4-0. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. He's from Texas, 4-0. Really appreciate him making the drive up here. All the respect to my opponent, but still, like I said, I'm going to have the same game plan. I'm going to go out there, dominate with position, and make him no longer want to be out there with me. So it's always the plan.
Well, and I love that. And the one thing I've noticed about you is a lot of times you see with amateur fighters, they go out there with such dominance like you do, but they kind of hit that wall and they have that adrenaline dump and then they're done. And I just don't see that with you. And you just told me that you had been in combat sports, at least wrestling, since you were 6 years old. Do you think that's played a part in your success?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's a big part of it. And I've competed on a higher level. I've competed on the collegiate level. I've been in big gymnasiums, been that only guy in the duel. And there's, thousands of fans out there watching you compete. So I know what that's like. And I think that's a big part of it. Guys that have a lot of anxiety going into the fights. That's natural. You're in the cage with somebody and his job is the beat you up, and whenever you've had that experience of competing on that stage before, it is a little bit easier. But you still have those jitters, no doubt. I mean, the jitters are part of it.
Let me tell you, you mentioned you've had success, in high school and even on the collegiate level. So tell me where you wrestled high school, where you wrestled college, and then what success you had.
Yeah, so I wrestled at Neosho High School. They're kind of a powerhouse school in Missouri. I was a four-time medalist there and a state champion. And then I wrestled at the University of Missouri. Was never an All-American there, but gave it my best shot. Had a great time competing. Got to learn from some of the best guys in the business. Got Ben Askren, who went on and wrestled in the Olympics. Having him in the room was an amazing thing. And then after that, I actually went back and coached at my high school for 2 years, won 2 state titles there, and had a bunch of kids that went on and they were college All-Americans, so that was very exciting. But that was my wrestling. Started from 6 and did it with coaching until I was 24.
Wow, I love that. Just a full circle there, being able to pay it back to so many others. And, talking about full circle, where do you want to end up in your career?
Right now with fighting, I have 2 young kids, and they don't come watch me, but they know that I compete. I go to the jiu-jitsu tournaments. I compete in this, and part of that is I want them to understand what competition is about, and I think it's really important. It helps develop you whenever you're young. I want them to see that I still have that passion, and that way they learn that it's important in their life. So that's a big part of it. I do this for fun. I'm doing it for fun. I know some people probably think that's crazy, but I love the competition.
It is very rare that I hear somebody say that they're just doing it for fun, especially someone that's had the success in the cage that you've had so far. So many people, when they have that success, I mean, their always answer most of the time is UFC. So I was shocked to hear that, honestly. Yeah,
if that happens sometime in the future, that's great. That's great. I plan on continuing to do this for a while. I'm still young. I'm 31. That's kind of an older start for some people, but for me, I've been very involved in my job, been very busy, the last few years, and I have a little bit of breathing room with where I've gotten to now in my career. So it's just an opportunity that I couldn't let go before I get too old to compete.
Love it. So before we wrap up the interview, any shout outs, anything that I left off, or any sponsors you want to mention?
No, maybe a shout out to my family, my wife, for supporting me, Christina. She's the best in the world, supports me 100% in what I want to do, lets me, I'm at work and then I get home. I'm home for 30 minutes. I go to the gym. I'm at the gym for 2 hours every single night. I'm at the gym on the weekends, and, I couldn't do it without her. So, and my boys, Lauren and Isaiah, love them to death. They're great.
And of course, to your gym at AMA.
Yeah, and of course my gym. If I didn't have Coach Coleman in my corner, I wouldn't be here. He's great, whether it's at practice or whenever he's cage side. So without that mentorship and his guidance, I wouldn't be doing this.
Amen to that. Well, thank you so much,
Oh,
Dane. We
thank you.
appreciate you being here. Hey, this guy's got tickets if you need them, guys. It's all going down Friday, April 27th at the Sugar Creek Casino. That's in Hinton, Oklahoma. Very short drive from Oklahoma City. And, of course, you can get tickets at stubwire.com, and we hope to see you there.